Hello again, Cancer. November 2022. Didichi here with your forecast, albeit brief, for November. And I'm going to start the horoscope wheel moving because this month it's a very important month due to the full moon lunar eclipse which takes place in Taurus on the 8th of the month. Now, the moon is your ruler. Therefore, any eclipse is going to, in particular, affect those born under the sign of the crab. But this month it's important because the eclipse takes place there in the 11th house, in the exalted sign of Taurus. Now, the sign of Taurus empowers the moon. The eclipse weakens it, but all the planets tend to give good results here in this 11th place. And so my feeling is that maybe after some initial struggles in your social life or your romantic life, because you notice here these 4 planets in this amorous 5th house of your horoscope indicate a focus in these areas right now. The retrograde Mars in the 12th house is interesting. This is the career planet in this hidden, low-key area, indicating behind the scenes work. You'll be not that visible maybe, but in respect of your work, you'll be ticking away at some important project, waiting for the right moment to reveal everything to everyone. Now, I said in the opener here that the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus strengthens your power and your ability to get things done. And I said love will be an important topic in which you can fulfill your romantic dreams. The eclipse can hide some things. It can bring you to a point where you can't put your finger on something that's not right. You need to use your intuition there, especially with these intuitive planets in the upper part of the horoscope. Later in the month, Jupiter finally goes direct again, and that's going to augur well for your career down the track as it re-enters this 10th house. More on that later. But you'll notice here the 5th house, children, romance, creativity, all of those things are strongly focused in that first half of the month up until the 17th, when Venus moves out of that into your 6th house of workplace activities, maybe beautifying your environment with Venus in the 6th house as likely, more social engagement with the people that you work with or work for. Mercury moving there on the 18th, bringing more communication to that area as well. And on the 22nd, the Sun is also going to move into this specific area. The Sun does well in the 6th house. It's an opportunity for you to lift your ball game in your work if you're looking to achieve a greater success in your work. Also, that comes through improving your skill sets, which also has something to do with this 6th house, the way in which you conduct your work, the way in which you interact with others in your work, and the pride that you take in the work that you do is all shown by this 6th house. On a slightly different note, Cancer, the 6th house, and especially if we note that the new moon this month takes place here in Sagittarius in this 6th place, we've seen this distinct shift of energy from that 5th house, love affairs, creativity, to this 6th house. And the shift is, I think, a financial one, because this 6th house has to do with debts. Mars in the 12th house of expense. These 2 houses do relate to the way in which you spend money. The new moon here shows a very new approach, a desire to get your finances back on track, and that's also shown pardon me, by the lingering Saturn in the 8th house, which is the shared resources. It's strong here in its greater house of Aquarius. The moon will make contact with it after this new moon. And so there, around the 28th, you'll notice the connection with the banking and finance and taxes area. All those areas are touched upon as you make some new transition or resolve to improve your finances and to curtail some of the extra expenses that you may have had over the previous months and years. There's more next month. I hope you'll join me. Don't forget to subscribe on that button. You can pop on over to astrology.com.au. I've got more on your life there. And have a safe month till I see you again. Bye bye now, Cancer.